So I was tagged by a new up-and-coming channel called Simply Fragrances. My buddy Tyler, got to know him over the last week or so, and he actually did a video and tagged me in it called Top 10 Successful Scents for 2021. And the premise, the way he explained it, was essentially confidence-inspiring fragrances. Fragrances that inspire you to set goals and go out and achieve those goals, basically, is what I took from it. So in this video, I'm going to bring you my 10. Stay tuned. So with my 10 picks, of course, these are the fragrances that boost my confidence, for lack of a better term. That's essentially what it is. I just have a stronger presence about me, and I just approach my day with a lot more vigor than I do with other fragrances compared to these 10. And none do that more so than Sauvage Parfum 2017. This is my favorite vetiver-based fragrance. It's a powerhouse. The LME resin really stands out in this one, as well as that beautiful, beautiful citron note. This is such a good fragrance. A lot of these in this video, especially this one, are really geared towards when I'm going to wear a suit, such as right now. Whether it be tie or not, I like to go unbuttoned a lot of the times with no tie. This works well in these situations. A nice Oxford, a nice polo. It just has a class and elegance about it. It's really awe-inspiring when you smell this fragrance. This is gorgeous. Dior outdid themselves. I do have a decant of the older formula from 2012. That is a gorgeous, much more barbershop style fragrance versus this one, where this is more vetiver base versus the aromatic style of the older batch. This is gorgeous. It is a beast mode powerhouse. And like I said, it's one of those scents that when I spray it on me, it just gives my attitude much more vigor. It just kind of changes the way I approach my day. And that's Sauvage Parfum 2017 to current formulation. Next, confidence inspiring is kind of an understatement for this fragrance. This is another one that's a very special occasion for me. Hell, to be honest with you, the last time I wore it, it was actually a topic at work for about 30 minutes because everybody was curious on what the fragrance was. It smelled so good, what's in it, and so on and so forth. I'm talking about Xerjoff Accento. This is one of the ultimate confidence inspiring fragrances in my opinion. Back when I used to rate with a numbering system on my reviews, this is the only fragrance I can remember that I ever gave a 9.5 overall to, because this literally checks all the boxes. And it doesn't just do everything very well, it does everything extremely well. It's loud, it's long lasting, it's a compliment machine. It cures the itch for something fresh with the pineapple. It cures my itch for florals and iris with the hyacinth and the iris that's in here. It's a gorgeous fragrance. Elegance is a beautiful way to describe this fragrance because it screams class. It begs of you to dress for the occasion. This is a dressy fragrance in my opinion. Definitely confidence inspiring. Definitely a professional man's best friend in my opinion. This is the fragrance you use to dress for success with your wardrobe, because this is essentially a part of your wardrobe and one that just changes the game for me. And that's Xerjoff Accento. Next, this is actually one of the best designer releases of 2020. This is masculine, it's woody, it's boozy, it's a little green and herbal, and it performs. Pasha de Cartier Parfum, new 2020 release in the line. And like I said, it's boozy and extremely heavy on the sandalwood. And it's just lovely. This is a man's fragrance. This has a masculinity, but a class at the same time. It kind of gives a love letter to the old school masculine fragrances of the 70s and 80s with a bit more of a modern touch with the boozy note that's in here. That sandalwood is oh so creamy and beautiful. It really is. It's a beautiful blonde sandalwood that's used in this one. And when mixed with the fir balsam that's in this one, it just creates this scent that just, it makes you want to dress for success. It makes you want to just attack your day in a different manner. It really does. It's not the same as wearing your typical Freshie or your Dior Sauvages. This is going to make you approach your day in a different manner because certain fragrances can just speak to you and make you feel a certain way about certain things. And Pasha de Cartier Parfum is definitely one of those fragrances. If you haven't checked this one out yet, I urge you to because it's that good. Confidence is key in many business situations, whether it be sales, in a boardroom, in an office, on the phone, doesn't matter. Confidence is key. And one fragrance that absolutely makes me exude confidence, it always has, even though I dubbed it a Swiss Army knife versatile fragrance, it still has a professional elegance to it. It's from Giorgio Armani. It is Acqua Profumo. I still believe this is one of the best professional scents that money can buy, especially from the designer realm. My bottle performs. My bottle is loud. I know those have told me in the comment section in the past when I've talked about this one that they don't necessarily get that great a performance. They believe it's been reformulated. And if that is true, that's very sad because I can tell you my bottle, it's not a beast, but it's bordering it. You kind of have to be easy on the sprays. For an Acqua fragrance, it's the most professional flanker in the line in my opinion because this one just screams wear me with a suit. Even though you can absolutely wear this one with a t-shirt, it dresses down just as easily as it dresses up. It works well in every season on top of that, and it just makes me feel a different type of way than wearing something fresher. It just does. It makes me exude confidence just like the others I've spoke of in this video. For a professional man that is goal-oriented, it's hard to pass up a fragrance like this because this can be the one fragrance that works in every situation for you. I'm an advocate for Acqua Profumo. That has not changed, and it probably never will. Now, just like with Xerjoff Accento being a floral dominant fragrance, confidence is key for most men when it comes to wearing floral dominated fragrances. And that's definitely the case with this fragrance, which is one of the boldest original DNAs ever created in the designer market, in my opinion, because it kind of was out there when it came out. It wasn't really done this way before because it gives off the smell of lipstick, a makeup bag, has that waxy iris quality. Of course, I'm talking about the original Dior Homme, not that new 2020 stuff that took the iris out and changed the formula completely. Man, don't get me wrong. The whole line's good. All of them are good. Oh, the discontinued one, whatever formula of Intense you want to get, whatever formula of the Parfum you want to get. Sport, Cologne, they're all good. They are. It's a great line. But the original sets itself apart. It's the perfect balance of the lipsticky iris, that powdery floral nature, with the leather and the sweetness. It's so well balanced. This is a professional man's scent. A confident, modern professional man is who wears Dior Homme, in my opinion. It performs, it works well in every situation for a dressier occasion. For a professional man, this is a fantastic fragrance. Don't think because it's dominated by a floral note that it's not a masculine scent, because I find this to be the most masculine of the floral fragrances on the market that I've tried anyways. And it definitely changes my thoughts and my feelings on the day when I pull this bottle out and I spray a few shots on my skin. Don't overlook this. It's a classic. It's timeless. It's wonderful. Dior Homme. Orange blossom, oud, and tonka bean. Interesting, right? It smells interesting as well. It smells expensive. It is expensive. It smells of a man who knows what he wants. He sets his goals. He achieves them. He drives a nice car. He wears a nice watch. He sprays on Xerjoff Homme. That's what I think of when I smell Xerjoff Homme. Fresh enough for the summer, dense enough for the winter. A true luxury signature scent That is not to be worn with a t-shirt, in my opinion. It just smells too luxurious. It's going to bring it out of you. It's going to bring that goal-achieving side out of you when you wear this fragrance. All of these fragrances are very situational for me because they bring that side of my personality out. The go-getter side of me comes out when I smell these fragrances. And that's what this tag's all about in this video. And this is absolutely one of the perfect fragrances to fit this style video. If you haven't tried it, you can always get a decant in the Discovery set from Xerjoff. There's a link below with a discount code if you want to check it out. It's part of the original collection. And in my opinion, from Xerjoff, it's the one that's the must try if you don't try any others from the house. It has its uniqueness. It smells extremely, extremely expensive and luxurious, and it'll just bring it out of you. If you're anything like me, it'll bring it out of you. Xerjoff Homme. So you like fougères, you like patchouli, you like creamy fragrances. I have the perfect fragrance for you. Especially if you like wearing sports jackets, like Dan, Mr. Smelly. It's his fragrance, Naughton & Wilson, Gravitas Pour Homme. This screams professional man. This screams go-getter. This screams suit, blazer, sports jacket. I feel like you need to dress this one up. I just do. It screams confidence. This isn't for the faint of heart. This isn't for the young man. This is not for a teenager. Don't get me wrong, anybody can wear anything. Let me preface my statements with that. But in my opinion, this is for the man. This is for a man's man. This is for a confident man that knows what he wants, is not afraid to just take it. Doesn't just ask for it. He goes out, he makes it happen. The premise of this video is setting goals and achieving them. And fragrances that make you want to do that. Fragrances that put you in that mind state. And I can assure you, if you haven't tried Gravitas Pour Homme yet, you should. Because it'll probably put you in that mind state. Naughton & Wilson did a wonderful job. Crisp, clean, classy, professional, and versatile. That's several words I would use to describe Bleu de Chanel, the Parfum. Sometimes you don't want to just be out there and loud. Sometimes you just want it for yourself. This is a fragrance that you just want for yourself. If you want it to be a little louder and put it out there for others to smell, you can get the Eau de Toilette, you can get the Eau de Parfum. They project more. But if you want the richest, the deepest, in my opinion, the most professional smelling Bleu de Chanel, get the Parfum. It works in every season. You pretty much can't overspray this one, and you can't underspray this one either. You can go as subtle or as heavy as you would like. You're going to be crisp, clean, and to the point with Bleu de Chanel Parfum. This is an assertive man. This man definitely goes after what he wants. Goal setting is an everyday part of his life. This is the fragrance that guy probably wears. If not, it's one of in his fragrance wardrobe. The lemon zest in this one with the beautiful woods, the ISOE Super. It's so well blended. It's worth every penny. And in my opinion, it's the best version of Bleu de Chanel for all the reasons I just gave you. And if you haven't tried it, maybe it's time you try it. Bleu de Chanel Parfum. There's no denying the impact of this fragrance. I know for me, every time I wear it, it puts me in a different mind state. And look, I have a lot of inspired versions of this fragrance. I have a lot of cloned versions of this fragrance. Some really, really good ones too. But none of them make me feel the way I feel when I spray on Creed Aventus. It's something about spraying this actual bottle, smelling the quality of this actual fragrance, with the scent trail that follows you on this one, the comments and compliments that you will receive, because this smells like a boss. This smells like the man. A lot of bosses I've had, my direct managers and supervisors that I've had over the years, have worn Creed Aventus for good reason, because this fragrance commands respect. This is an assertive guy. This is the manager. This is the director. This is that guy. This guy achieves. He seeks and destroys, knocks out his goals. That guy wears Creed Aventus. Pretty hard to argue with. I'm sure somebody will try, but at the end of the day, you're lying to yourself. This guy's a go-getter because it's not a cheap fragrance. You know what you want out of life when you're wearing bottles of Creed Aventus. It's just the God's honest truth. If you haven't tried it yet, you really should. Yes, there's a lot of ways to smell like Creed Aventus, but none are going to give you the feeling of Creed Aventus. Last but not least, some of you probably saw this coming. Of course I'm going to have this fragrance in this video because it is my favorite fragrance to wear with a suit. I'm wearing a suit right now. If I didn't have something on already before I started recording, I would have sprayed this on, because when I look at this blue suit, my gray suit, my khaki suit, any of them, this fragrance comes to mind. This is the main fragrance that puts me in a different mind state, makes me feel a certain type of way that other fragrances cannot make me feel. Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme. Pretty much almost all of the sprays, minus ones that I do in these videos when I talk about it, sprays that go on my skin, that dent you see in this bottle, have been while wearing a suit, or at the very least one of my sports jackets, one of my dinner jackets, if you will. This stuff is incredible. This is the man. This is a man's man. This is a boss. This is the guy that runs the show. This is the guy that owns the company. This is the guy that strives to be one of those guys if he's not already. This is a go-getter's fragrance. This is elegant. This is classy. This is extremely professional. It performs very well. It's a true masculine signature scent. This is a man's fragrance. It just does it for me. It always has. It always will. I love this scent DNA. It just puts me in a different mind state. All of these fragrances in this video do. That's why they were chosen for this video. But none of them top this. That's why it's number one. It just makes me want to achieve. At the end of the day, when I wear this, when I put the suit on and I spray Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme, it makes me want to achieve and do great things. Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme. Well guys, I know I spoke with a lot of passion in this video, and I hope you ran through it the whole time with me, because these fragrances really bring that out of me. That's why I picked these fragrances. You know, I hope, Tyler, I know you're watching this, I hope I did your tag well, and it's time for me to pick a few people and tag them to do this video. Of course, I'm going to go with my buddy Steve, Fragrance Fanatic, and Justin, Stay Fresh Productions. That's my two go-tos and tags. Of course, you guys are tagged. And I'd like to add a third person. Let me think. Who can we tag in this video? How about Mr. Scott Fontaine, 504 Man Reviews, my main man out in Chalmette, Coach Scott, if you will. They just won a football championship in Little League. Congratulations, Scott. You're tagged as well, my friend. Let me know you're 10. And until next time, guys, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate all the feedback. I love hearing from you guys. How many of these fragrances in this video do you have? And they put you in a similar mind state. They do these things to you like they do to me. Let me know down in the comments. Until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on any of these and you give them a spray now, pretty confident you'll thank me later. Have a good one, guys.